Hello guys, welcome back. I am currently in a bathrobe and my bra, so I look very tantalizing whenever. I said tantalizing like tentacles, I meant tantalizing like tentacles. Hi, welcome back guys. I haven't been on in a long time because I have lacked a lot of motivation to do so. I love you guys so much, but like maybe depression is setting in from quarantine or I don't know. I don't know. I don't really know what's going on with me, but I'm in my reading nook in my house. I'm in my kitchen. I'm right behind my dining room. This is literally my dining room chair. You can hear it, but it is just off of camera because I'm in my reading nook. This is my reading nook. I take calls here. I have tea here. I'm sipping iced tea right now out of an Aristocrat mug. You can get this on dragqueenmerch.com. I will put the link below. Girl, you don't have to worry about it. I own my own merch, y'all. Y'all should own it too. Okay, and you're probably wondering why I'm all dressed up like this. I just did a segment with Ryan. We have the Queer Community Report, and where we are newscasters of queer news. And queer news is kind of all-encompassing at the moment, so you're gonna see a lot of other types of news because Donald Trump isn't necessarily queer news all the time, but he is always relevant because he is always prevalent in our minds, whether we're gonna die or get nuked because of a tweet at 3 a.m. And I said it, I don't care. But yeah, so I just got out of wardrobe and I was like, you know what? My makeup and hair are done. I'm gonna go talk to my friends on the YouTube, honey. So yeah, I'm sitting here and you can see my little wrinkles because I keep bending over. But I don't care, I'm not self-conscious about it. You can look at my titties, look at my titties. I know, my mom is watching this and freaking out right now because she probably thought that she could have my nephew and niece in the room. But all of my stuff is rated R. Please trust, always and forever, we are rated R. And but I've got my big news hair on and I've got my news persona on. I'm Arisce-Wanzer, news correspondent. And yeah, I always do a dark lip with it. It really helps your teeth look whiter, especially when you've been quarantining and eating nothing but chips. But God, I'm so happy to be back with you guys. What do I want to talk about today? I have some subjects right here that I wrote down today. Oh, let's talk about Zoom meeting etiquette. Because I'm noticing, and I polled around a couple friends, so when there's a Zoom meeting, not everyone understands proper etiquette. Okay, you should not be dressed like this for a Zoom meeting. This is not a Zoom meeting. This is for my channel. This is clickbait, so you guys click on it, you know, think that I'm so pretty, or so not, you know, leave some hate down there. I don't care. Hate is not the opposite of love. It means you're obsessed with me in a different way, because you're just thinking about me anyway. But let's talk about Zoom meeting etiquette. So I just flubbed that. You guys know I don't edit these. I don't give a fuck. And so, yeah, you got the flubbed version. That's what we're doing right now. But guys, please keep your pets out of Zoom meetings. You're in a home, like you're in your house, okay? You've got to have a gate up. If you live in a studio apartment, put a gate up like in the kitchen just for a fucking half an hour meeting. It is so ghetto. Watching people's etiquette during these meetings because some people they're not dressed appropriately. Like someone will be like in a bathrobe. I'm in a bathrobe, but again, this is not a fucking Zoom meeting. This is my channel, bitch. I can wear whatever the fuck I want. And, but they'll be in like a bathrobe or someone will have like no shirt on. I've fully seen these. And then someone will have, like they just look crazy. Like some will look like they've just been infected with pink eye. I'm like, bitch, put on some sunglasses. What the fuck is wrong with you? And then I don't know, just people like getting there, like, sorry, my dog, sorry. Oh goodness, I'm like, girl, none of us wanted to meet your dog. I don't even want to be in this meeting right now. Hurry the fuck up. Hurry the fuck up. This could have been an email. Half these Zoom meetings could have been a fucking email too. So I think a lot of people are learning with quarantining at home and a lot of people are working at home. Office space is kind of gonna be obsolete after this, I feel like, because who the fuck wants to drive an hour, half an hour to their office every day? When you can work from home, you could have worked from home this entire time. That meeting could have been an email or a Zoom meeting, and you didn't have to interact with all these people and their germs and their attitudes that you wouldn't have had to deal with otherwise, and you can still get your fucking job done. Isn't that fabulous? I think that's so fabulous. If we don't take anything away from this whole experience, it should be that office spaces should turn into like, you know, homeless shelters or like affordable housing. Like just convert all the office spaces to affordable housing everywhere and get people to work from home. Do you know how much we pay for rent? What some people are paying for mortgages? I would much rather work from home. I'd rather shoot every fucking campaign in my house. I have so many settings in here. Look, bitch, the last video, I was in my reading nook over there in the living room. This video, I'm in the reading nook over here. It's all the same fucking room, just set up different locations. It's fine. Just do it. It's all good. It's economical. And yeah, they don't have to pay office rent, and then that money can go into our pockets, the employee. You know, I don't work in an office, but that's what I imagine it would be like. You don't have to, because the CEO shouldn't be pocketing any more motherfucking money. They're the only ones getting bailouts throughout this whole thing. Jesus, rant. We are only 5 minutes in, guys. Where else am I going with this? But yeah, I think that office space is overrated. Like, I don't need to have a meeting with clients in offices. We can meet for coffee somewhere. We can meet at just any other location. I don't care to be, like, because I have worked in an office before, and I don't care to have to see all those people every day for no fucking reason. You can call me at my goddamn number. Or they can have an office number and the extension can go directly to your cell phone. Could you imagine? Like, look, I just solved all these different problems. And you can try and figure out all these problems in my comments below and be like, you can't do that, bitch. I don't care. I'm probably not gonna read it. I like to read all my fans' comments and all my fans' comments. And, but if they're not productive, I don't give a fuck. Here's another thing. Do not have a critique or, criticism of anyone without a solution, because then you're just a fucking hater. You need to have, like, I don't say, oh God, she's fucking ugly. That is so mean. I say, whew, she should probably use a different lip liner. I think that would probably help her look. And maybe execute what looks like she's going for over there. It looks like she's trying to do a Betty Page thing. I think she could really nail it with this, and this. She doesn't need to hear me say it because I am not her queer eye for the straight guy person. I am Arisce-Wanzer, stranger from over there. So I just mean, the rules are the same online. Do not attack someone's look. Do not attack my videos unless you can do it any better, bitch. Or if you could execute something better. Or if you don't have a solution. Okay, so case in point, okay. I was on a show called Strut 4 years ago on Oxygen Network, and a lot of people had things to say about the way I looked, from, you know, my nose or my hair, or no one said anything about my style. I literally wore maybe $4,000 worth of clothes per outfit. Okay, like I was the most expensive hoe on that show, and it went unnoticed because people couldn't get past what they didn't want to get past about me. And so all of my couture moments, wearing Yohji Yamamoto, wearing like Alexander Wang, completely unnoticed. And that hurt. I think that hurt the most with the criticisms that people gave me with my performance on TV. They're just like, you look like shit. I'm like, what about my outfit? You can hate my face, that's personal. Like, I can't really change much of that. But no one's gonna talk about these looks I'm pulling. L-E-W-K, bitch, these looks. Oh, Jesus, that hurt my feelings. But one guy came for me online. His name is Mason Akree, and he's my wig guy to this day. He says, girl, they fucked your hair up in your interviews. I hate your hair. Oh my God, this wig is fucked. It's terrible. I make wigs. I'm gonna make you one. I'm gonna send it to you, girl. I was like, you know what? That's how you come for a bitch. You came correct. He came correct. I had paid for wigs. He's gifted me more. I paid for more. He's gifted me more. I love Mason. And he's SoCal Style and Units. He is SoCal Style and Units. And I'll probably put his link below. That probably helps, yeah. I'll put his Instagram below. You can find him there. But he's wonderful. He's worked with Cardi B before. But he came in my DMs and he came correct. That's how you criticize someone. You don't just say, you're a fat bitch. You say, you're a fat bitch. Here's a diet plan that I recommend. I'm on the Atkins diet, and this is the workout regimen that I do. And because I used to be your size as well, so I can empathize with you. God, I am flubbing, guys. Hold on. Obviously, don't call anyone a fat bitch. That is body shaming and it's fucked up. Don't go there. But I mean, if you want to criticize someone on their look or the way they dress, bitch, you better be offering free clothes or free workout sessions or free training sessions or free advice. Like, oh, you're crying on here every day, bitch. No one cares that you're crying. Bitch, offer her a helping hand. Offer her a fucking shoulder to lean on, you selfish asshole. You just want to talk about somebody. Stop tuning in. Fuck. You can mind your own business. It's such an easy notion. Okay, I wonder if I covered Zoom etiquette and all of that. Anyways, the etiquette is come, get dressed, look like a human being, at least look like you're going to Walgreens. I know you don't go to Walgreens with rollers in your hair and a fucking bathrobe. You gotta be out of your goddamn mind. And then also get your pet and get your kids out the fucking room. If they can't behave themselves, you're probably a bad parent. Yeah, I'm gonna go as far as to say that if your kids can't behave themselves through a Zoom call, you have made a lot of mistakes as a parent, and that reflects on you. Blink, 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 blink. I don't take that back. Anyway, yeah, no, I come for parents. All right. Oh, it just goes with this. Like Tom Ford says, dressing is a form of manners. Dressing is a form of good manners. It shows that you respect me, I respect you. That's why you get dressed for people. That's why you show up. You gotta show out, show up. And so this is your job, this is what you're paid to do. I don't care if you're sitting at home, you better at least put on a goddamn cardigan and make it look like you're not in your fucking pajamas. What the fuck? Like, it's just so unprofessional. All right, so now, our next segment is gonna be, okay, let's talk about Pride Month. Let's talk about Pride Month. Okay, so normally around this time, you see a lot of companies putting rainbows all over everything because Pride Month is in 2 fucking weeks, okay? It is like middle of May. It's like May 14th today, I think. And Pride Month is in 2 weeks. That's June. May, June. June is Pride Month. Honey, pay close attention to all of the companies who aren't going rainbow this year because you're not outside. These people, like, we called it last year, we called it in years past. A lot of these people are pandering for the gay dollar, or the queer dollar. Excuse me, let me be all-encompassing really quick, even though I'm a trans woman of color. Let me be PC as well. Whatever. I have my own struggles to deal with right now. But I digress. Look, pay attention to these motherfucking companies that are not sashaying the rainbow flag around. Or the trans flag around, or the bisexual flag around. No one's ever really toting the bisexual flag for Pride Month. I don't know why, it's not very nice, but I guess you can't tote all the flags. But the rainbow one is the most all-encompassing flag. If they're not toting that, and they were last year, bitch, pay attention. Do not buy from them anymore. Do not buy from these companies. They are not your allies. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about your gay dollars. I am keeping my gay dollars, queer dollars. Sorry, I'm gonna have to keep going back on that one. But I'm gonna keep my fucking gay dollars because they're not genuine companies, okay? And that includes companies I've worked for. I have worked for Lucky Brand Jeans. I have worked for Box Lunch Gifts. I have worked for Fredericks of Hollywood, all for Pride campaigns. And if they don't have to hire me for a Pride campaign this year, but you better be hiring some trans bitch or some queer. Like you need to be hiring somebody because we all know. We know what we saw in years past, and you can't just take it away because it's convenient for you because there's no parade, bitch. The parade's in my fucking house. It's in your house. Pride is still going on. It's not Pride Month because we're in quarantine, bitch. I'm just celebrating Pride in my house, which means I'll just be queer here. I'll watch Kiki's Delivery Service and Tu Wong Fu all in one evening and just be my gayest self, okay? But yeah, please pay attention. Do not give them your money. I cannot stress that enough. And call them out. Be like, hey, Coca-Cola, weren't you on gayer last year? You don't think that matters anymore? You should probably repay people for the campaign they did last year since you clearly can't shoot another one. Just saying, there's a solution to all of this. You can be inclusive too. Don't be a fucking pride, fake-ass, hypocrite person. Okay. Let's talk about, okay, so I keep having recurring dreams, okay? They're so weird. They're always, I don't know what this is telling me. If you guys are dream interpreters, please let me know. But I keep almost graduating and I keep not graduating and I kind of choose not to. And my last one, I straight up told my mom and she was like, honey, you gotta study, otherwise you're not gonna graduate. I said, girl, who cares? I'm gonna be a supermodel after this and I'm gonna live in LA. It's like I knew the future of where I was now, but I had the same panic like I was a student thinking, oh, what if I don't graduate? Like I did have that pressure on me in the dream, like what if I don't graduate? I'll be a total failure. When really, none of it fucking mattered. None of it fucking mattered because I never used any of my diplomas for shit that I do now. And I didn't learn anything in school that I couldn't have learned from the school of hard knocks that is life, of getting a real job. And I didn't need my degree for that either. I don't need a degree to be a model. I don't regret going to school. It's just not what I wanted to do. And so I just remember hating school so much. I used to dread, and it's not because I was bullied. I was quite popular, actually, in the later years. Obviously, high school years, yes, popular. Before that, bullied, bitch. Bull to the lead. Bullied. Bully, bully, bully. Bully. No, and not good bully. The bad. I was bullied. Bullied with a D. But, I just, sorry, I lost my place there. No, I just think, I don't know, I still have this anxiety from, school really fucks you up. It gives you so many anxiety issues, from the PSATs to all these practice tests, and I was a horrible test taker. Like, I know the material, but once the test would get there, they'd word it all weird, and they try to trick you into doing the wrong answer. I'm like, why do these have to be so complicated? And I was a really good English student, and I was a really good history student. But other than that, I was not a great student. But it's because I just didn't care about any of the subject matter. I liked fashion, I liked clothes, I liked fitness. I was really good at PE. I was really great at art. But I was good at all those things. And I really don't appreciate that no one's punished for doing badly in those things, but all of them watch Netflix and watch The Biggest Loser and hire personal trainers. Clearly, people who know these things or are good at these things are just as imperative to life as a mathematician is. Just saying, I don't think that's fair to measure. You can't measure a penguin's abilities on and test him for what elephants can do. That's not fair. It's just not fair. And so, no, life's not fair, but fuck the school system. Fuck the whole school system and how it goes. I think it's bullshit. If I was tested on how well I did artistic things, yes, I'm bare-legged. Now, on how well I did artistic things, or how good I was at home ec, or how good I was at PE, or how good I was at art, honey, I was the baddest bitch ever. It was all straight A's across the board, even English, because it was creative writing half the time. I was a really great English student. I wrote for years. I posted my articles a little while back on my Instagram. If you want them, please let me know. I don't know if I'm going to put them underneath here because I don't really care. But, because I don't get paid anymore if you read those. I was a one-time payment thing, so I really don't give a fuck if you find my shit or not. But if you're looking for my stuff, look up Arisce-Wanzer, writer, or wrote this, or published somewhere. But I'm published a lot of places. But the point is, if I was really tested and graded on those things, I would have been just less stressed out because I'd know I was a star student somewhere. Everyone's good at something. You can't judge someone off of what they're bad at because that's not what they're gonna do for the rest of their life. I didn't do math, I didn't do chemistry, I didn't do science. Why the fuck am I being judged on these things like I'm gonna do this for the rest of my life? Stupid as fuck. That's dumb as fuck. Look at me. I'm a great hairstylist, I'm a great makeup artist, I'm a great titty auctioneer. No, and I'm a great interior decorator. Look at this fucking reading nook. Look at this fucking nook. Jesus Christ, I have an egg behind my head on a painting. It is so cute. And so I can't get down with the way kids are graded, and I don't like that they celebrate the smart kids when I was smart where they weren't. They weren't smart at art. They weren't good at PE, and they can go use their fucking degree wherever. Go work at IBM, if that still exists. I have no idea. Go work at Apple. Go work at, I don't know, Mathematicians R Us. Bitch, I don't fucking know where y'all work because you don't do what I do and I don't do what you do. And everyone's good at what they do. So let people just do what they do. But I would have chosen this life a long time ago. I didn't need to be tested on fucking calculus. I never needed to take that class ever. And so, yeah, I think the reason I'm having these recurring dreams is because school probably still haunts me a little bit in the pressures of having to be good at things I'm just not good at. And I don't think it's fair to do that. So if those things are stressing you out, let that shit go. I know it's hard to do. Mine comes to me in my sleep. I never really thought about it outside of that. All right, so what else do I want to talk about? Oh my goodness, let's talk about Ahmaud Arbery and how people are still kind of in denial about white supremacy in America, okay? These people, the two hillbillies that killed him, they look like two stereotypical drawings of hillbillies, by the way. I can't make this shit up. When they showed the drawing, like, not the drawings, the mugshots of this father-son team, one's an ex-cop, I I was like, wow, it's like something out of a fucking Disney movie where they're drawing hillbillies like as pigs or something. And I was like, wow, that's so crazy. It's just such a bizarre story, but it happened back in February is the point. And I think the district attorney or someone didn't kind of covered it up with this guy because he was friends with her because he used to be a cop, like head of the police force or some shit. And so now she's under fire, and we're all holding all these people accountable because we saw the video. If we didn't see the video online, he would have never gotten any justice, and he would have died for no reason. He was a black man jogging, has the sweetest smile ever, like looks like the nicest guy, and they murdered him in cold blood. When I saw the video, I couldn't really react. I was so shocked because when they shot him the first time, you saw the blood spray in the air like confetti. And I've never seen that before. Like, I feel like I haven't seen that in Kill Bill. Like, I've never seen that before. To know that that was real and that these people did that to someone point blank and called it a citizen's arrest. That's not an arrest, it's a citizen's murder, you fucking idiot. An arrest means you attack him with some cuffs, you know? Maybe hit someone in the head. That sounds a little less lethal. Not with a bat or anything. I mean, like their fists. I don't know. If you're doing a citizen's arrest, what is your reason for arrest? And then they found out also that there were no reported robberies in that area. So their story of they were protecting the area because there was reported robberies doesn't even work out. Like, they just wanted to kill a black person. They lynched him in broad daylight. And someone caught it on camera. And I don't know who caught it on camera, but I feel like they're kind of an accessory to murder because did you keep this from us since February? Because that's really fucking nuts. And so this is the thing I have to say about white supremacy in America. And then just recently, an EMT worker, a black woman, was asleep in her home and police broke in on a wrongful raid because they were looking for someone else who was actually already in custody, by the way. And they shot her and she's dead. She was an essential worker who was sleeping in between shifts, and she was murdered by the police for being black in her own home. And I just, how dare you deny white supremacy in America? Because this would never happen to white people. And on another thing on that note, I've never seen white bodies be destroyed on camera in the media. I've seen white people be killed in movies. I've never seen them killed on TV. I've seen black people murdered habitually for well over a decade. On the media, they'll show us, have a guy, Eric Garner, was Michael Brown on tape? I can't remember right now. I'm sorry, everybody. But I can't have all my stats in a row. But the ones I'm talking about now. But I've just seen so many black people die on camera, and it scares the shit out of me because we're just another statistic. No one actually cares that they're doing this to us because we were all up in arms about Ahmaud Arbery, and this woman's dead just a couple days ago, like just murdered in her home. She's an EMT worker, like an essential employee. Like, how essential is she if she's black? It's like, that really sucks. Black people have no value in this country. White supremacy reigns supreme. And when Donald Trump was voted in, that much was clear. It was clear. If you voted for Donald Trump, bitch, it was a vote for white supremacy. He calls these protesters in Detroit good people with their machine guns, where they can peacefully protest with machine guns and like assault rifles. I don't understand that. And I don't understand how every school shooter, they're all white, has come down without violence. They are never killed at the scene unless it's by themselves. Like, they'll shoot themselves to escape or whatever. That's the only case that they're ever murdered at the scene, and it's by themselves. And so I just think it's crazy that they can disarm a white person and they have to murder every black person they see. And I blame the media. I blame a lack of black representation in the media, showing that we are people, that we are humans. They don't humanize us in any of our stories. Even in Ahmaud's stories, it would say, black man shot. I'm like, he was so much more than that. He was so much more than a black man. He was a student. He was a graduate. He was a son. He was a friend. I just think it's so, he was a citizen. Like, I just feel like it's so unfair. We get such a shitty rep from the media because they just paint us as criminals and gangsters, and they never show anything positive. Even trans people of color, all I'm ever qualified to play is hooker number 1, hooker number 2, sad trans person who wishes she could transition more, wishes she was more passable. These are real things I've read for or have gotten the part for. And, right, itching my nose, but, and I just think it's so unfortunate. That's the only imagination they have for us. It's the only place they see us. Whereas I'm a trans person in real life that is a model. I've been featured in Vogue 3 or 4 times now. I can't fucking remember because I'm never just some black trans person in there. That's a statistic. I am just a person selling clothes and trying to show a way for my brothers and sisters to keep going, like show them that there's another route. You don't have to do this. You don't have to do that. You don't have to fit in society's box that they try to keep putting us in. And as they try to take our rights away every fucking day, but that's a whole nother subject. A whole nother, yeah, I said it. But I don't know, it saddens me, and I hate the word saddens because it sounds like I'm being political, like I'm deeply saddened by that. No, I'm actually just like, I don't know what to do because I vote, I lose. I live, I lose. I work, I lose. Like, no matter what, if you're black, you lose just a little bit. Because someone tried to come for me online recently and they said I was an Instagram model. Bitch, I've been in Vogue, so no the fuck I'm not. Bitch, I'm 6'1", so no the fuck I'm not. I can walk any fucking runway, and I've walked over 300 runways in my entire career. I can comfortably say 300, at least 300. I've walked Miami Fashion Weeks, LA Fashion Weeks, New York Fashion Weeks. Girl, get the fuck out of here. I've walked a DC Fashion Week, okay? Where they flew us down from New York to DC. I'm just saying, like, girl, don't do that. But she tried to call me an Instagram model at best. And I was like, no, I've had real campaigns with Lucky Brand jeans and shit like that, Lululemon, like real ass campaigns Instagram models do not get. And so I don't have to prove it to y'all. Y'all already know what I do. That's why you're here. But it pissed me off because that person didn't even put themselves in my shoes. I am a black trans person. I want you to name one more black trans model who is more famous than me. I'll wait. Is it Isis King? Because we did the same show together. We've done all the same work, honey. Is it Dominique Jackson? Oh, honey, she's got years on me, number one. And also, she's a television star now. She's not really a model anymore. She's a TV star. And I broke out as a model a lot heavier than she did, which is unfair. She should be like Claudia Schiffer and Cindy Crawford. She's from that set, and she should be just as big because she was modeling then too, and we don't get any of the thanks because we are black, you stupid fuck. I would be just as big as Andreja Pajic if I was white, and that's a fact. That's a fucking fact, but I'm not. And I'm not using it as this crutch like, if I was white, I'd be this far. But no, you need to start saying, well, she's of color, so she doesn't get picked for a lot of things. I get passed over for a lot of shit. My fucking, one of my talent reps told me when we first signed together, he said, oh my God, I heard about you 2 years ago. Andreja Pajic was up for a role, and you two were shortlisted for it. But they went with her because it was like a European role, and I was like, there are black Europeans. That's the first thought I had. I'm like, I could have been a black European. She's barely European herself. I've heard her talk. She sounds like she's from Australia. And I think she is from Australia. I think her parents are Hungarian, but then she lived in Australia most of her life. But anyways, until now, because now I think she's probably lived in New York her whole life, but the rest of her life. But I love Andreja. I'm glad she got the role. But the fact that I was shortlisted and passed up again, and Andreja, like, she gets a lot of jobs that I'm also up for, but then they pick her, and I'm like, God, if I was white, bitch, because my body is lit. You know, I'm not comparing anyone, but I'm saying my body, I've been called the body for years. I am on websites everywhere where people are just like, girl, that body. And I'm like, I'm a pretty good model. I think I'm a damn good model. And I'm really proud of my career, but I will not be criticized by people. One, I don't do critics with no credentials, number one. And then two, I just, you never put yourself in my shoes. You don't think that I have literally opened the door for every girl behind me. Every girl at Slay Models was built around me, literally. You can check any one of Cecilio Asuncion, CEO and owner of Slay Model Management, literally built Slay Model Management around me because he wanted to find more girls like me. And so I opened a door for everyone behind me. There are something like 30 girls at that agency that would not have a career right now in LA if it was not for fucking me. So you're welcome. And so please note that when you call me a fucking Instagram model. How dare you? Ugh. I worked for fucking opening ceremony last year. Eat shit. Probably don't even know what that is. Anyways, enough of that bitchy rant. Give me one moment. Oh my goodness. Okay, guys. Well, it's like we're at like half an hour. I gotta call it quits. But anyways, yeah, I'll put my Venmo and my Cashapp in here because the government's still not cutting me a check, which is fine. We're gonna say it's fine. And I'm gonna put my link to Drag Queen merch down there so you can buy my mug. Also buy a t-shirt or a hoodie or something. I don't care what you buy, just buy it, goddamn it, because it's helping me sustain my life. I want to keep my lights on. I want to keep my internets up. I want to do the damn thing, goddamn it. God damn it, I want to do the damn thing. And I want to keep talking like that. So please donate, give, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and thank you guys so much for watching. But yeah, we're at half an hour. I will get to the rest of my questions and stuff next time. I promise I'll do a video a lot sooner than when I just did it, because it's been about 2 weeks or something. I feel bad, I'm sorry, but I was a little depressed, guys. I'm getting sad. I'm alone in this house. Why do you remain in this house? Because I have to. It's because I have to. A lot of you kids don't get that reference, but it was really funny. Older people will get it. Okay, bye guys. Love you, mean it.